What's up, everybody? Just wanted to check in and drop a little bit of some timeless wisdom, I think, and that is choosing short-term over long-term. Long-term thinking is something that's been ingrained in us, whether you did any sports or plan from early on into now. If you're building a business, if you have a family, if you're building a brand, marketing, you're an author, all of this requires this long-term plan, just like any kind of investing, right? You want to plan for not just short wins per se, there's a time and a place for that, but really in the world and society we live in today, long-term thinking is so rare, and that's why it's so important and a lot more valuable. We live in a modern world where dopamine is cheap. You could get from swipes, from a search away, meals delivered to consumption on Amazon, everything at the click of a button. And so it's hard for us to modulate oftentimes what we take in terms of dopamine because it's too easy. And so we are often in this trap of unearned dopamine. The reason why dopamine exists, the chemical in our brain that makes us actually want more, doesn't necessarily make you feel good, doesn't satisfy you, it makes you want more, is it's evolutionary wired. If your customer or you yourself are motivated to do something hard, like a workout, like finding a mate, like building an empire, building a family, it takes work and you get the result after the work is done. But in today's society, we can easily just get a dopamine kick. The oldest drug in the world is our thoughts, and that can give us dopamine kick. And now we have so many tools and easy kind of levers to pull that makes us gain dopamine without having to earn it. So it's really important. It's really a skill. And as I said, it's unique and therefore rare to modulate dopamine. Don't reward yourself for unearned dopamine in terms of how and what you give yourself in eating and consumption. And so going back to, building something and creating something long-term, be it your business or your marketing campaign or anything that's worthy, you want to think long-term over short-term. Because of that reason, we want to modulate more. So our modern mind is not only overstimulated, but we are actually programmed to look at short-term a lot more than long-term. And long-term, again, is how real things are built, how real wealth is created, how real knowledge and real power is ascertained. See if you can hold off on short-term pleasures, short-term hacks for building out your content strategy for your marketing. Very easy to purchase followers, to do the latest growth hack. And obviously things are getting a little bit more, things are always a race to the bottom. You're really setting yourself up for a short-term plan that ends up, whether it's algorithm, trust with your clients, or just effectiveness in your goal or trust in your brand, it ends up hurting you because you're thinking too short-term. And the last part, as Jersey Gregory, I believe, said, easy choices, hard life. We've all heard that before. And this is coming from an investor, right? You make the quick, easy choices. You make the emotional response. You're going to pay for that. There's no free lunch. There's a tax for that. Whereas if you make the hard choices now, you focus on a marketing strategy that is more robust. You build a business based on empathy and on the things that take a little bit more work, building your brand, building your product, building a strategy well thought out, that's gonna deliver results, like all things. So modulate, beware of excess dopamine, and think long-term over short-term. Again, easy choices, hard life, hard choices, easy life. Take care.